Hello, we are Melika and Inge. Welcome to our AFL lecture course reflection. We made a poster presentation for you guys, and we will show it to you now. I think we need the next slide.
Well, the first we'll talk about rituals in leisure, and as you can read, what we thought was the most useful was the presentation of Dagmar. So that's the second presentation. And what was mainly interesting about it was that she explained how she did her research. She's doing a master research, and she was explained to us how she approached it. So she at first took a model. So she took different models, and then from all those different theories, she made her own model that with all the useful things in it that she needs to follow in order to get the right results. And that's something that we've seen in some other lectures as well. So I think that's something that was very useful, especially for your thesis. That's which will start in a few weeks.
Yeah. The next lecture we had was urban future versus place branding. During the lecture, they actually gave us a lot of insights onto how to use light in a creative way. And one of their examples was the lightning plan on Strijp S in Eindhoven. They sort of explained to us how the use of light in a creative way can help to improve or create a positive city image or city branding. Within their research, they made a lot of use of creative, how do you call the groups? Focus groups. And like creative approaches to this, and they came up with the think tank. It was a massive tank filled of light, obviously, and people gathered there and discussed all sorts of topics. It was a very interesting lecture.
Yeah, and then sustainability. We had a lecture about sustainability. We're in two different lectures. They one about an event, Welcome to the Future, and another event, Digital. And in both lectures, they showed us how they, first of all, did the research, how they approached people to make them aware of sustainability during festivals, because that sustainability is one of the biggest trends at festivals to make it sustainable. And they showed us how they did that, how to make them aware of it, and I thought it was very interesting because I would also like to do something with events and organize events and produce events. So for me, it was actually really nice to see how they approached it that way.
Yeah. The lecture after it was actually the last lecture we had. It was on storytelling and consumer behavior. Monique Hover spoke about the Crossroads project they did with NHTV, which is actually closely related to my minor project now. Crossroads is a project that uses storytelling to sort of keep old war stories alive. This and the other speaker explained to us the becoming Vincent concept. It's the use of the stories of Vincent van Gogh in Brabant. How they can implement these stories to make like a meaningful experience to use it for tourism and leisure purposes. So that was also very interesting. Okay. Vooruit. Okay, then we had some fun facts. I'm just going to zoom in like this.
Yeah, because from some of the lectures there were some really interesting and fun facts that definitely stayed with us. And one of them is something that's our favorite fun fact, and that is from the Luxor Theater, where they had a campaign which called Dating in the Theater, and eventually was also awarded. And from that dating campaign, they eventually had 50 matches and also one wedding, which is quite an achievement for a campaign. And we thought that it was like a really original idea and unique, and definitely some fun fact to put in the poster.
Yeah.
And
we had a lecture during the sustainability lecture. We sort of had people in the front interviewing and speaking with each other. The director of AFL was there together with Hans Dominguez, and he had a nice quote that we thought was, would fit the AFL culture, and it was, "The best competency in life is being curious," which obviously applies to doing research as well. So that's why we put it on the fun fact list.
Mm-hmm. And through Roof, that was the very first lecture we had about We Is the City. They showed us a lot of examples of what they've done, and one of the projects they've done was building a community. That's another one I'm thinking of. But Roof, that's where they during the summer they organize festivals on rooftops. So instead of to make it green, so you use green urban landscapes. And
on top of rooftops.
Top of rooftops. And we thought that was actually a really fun idea to, instead of just having a festival on the ground, why not just take it up and do it on a rooftop?
Indeed, and also because the space is never really used. And in Amsterdam there are a lot of, for example, empty rooftops, and therefore they changed them into urban rooftop gardens where people come together and connect. Mm-hmm. So we thought, that's a nice thing to put in the poster.
Yeah, and also we put on the 3 most interesting presentations. And the first of all is We Is the City. And it's also of the rooftop project. And it was very inspiring actually, because he was in the leisure sector, and he told us about all these examples of how to make these projects in a non-profit sector, and how he really loves it, and he really wouldn't go into the commercial sector. He really loves to work in a non-profit sector, and he explained us how he does it and what kind of projects he's done. And I think those are really inspiring and really nice examples to keep in mind for yourself as a leisure manager. If you ever want to do a project, whatever, then you have an idea of what kind of things are possible.
Yeah. And then the Luxor Theater, we had a very inspiring guy speaking to us about his theater career, Ruben Israel. And he basically he did research, and then like simple problems he translated into really cool marketing campaigns, which really worked, and he showed us the results and everything. And it was nice to listen to him, because he was so passionate about his work, and his work really worked.
And
the virtual gaming.
Yeah, virtual gaming. So they mainly, what was the most interesting for us, I think, as leisure managers, is that they showed how you can use virtual gaming or just virtual reality in general to make a leisure location or just a place such as a city more attractive. So to add more value to that place. So make people bond to that city or that leisure location. And you can think of Pokemon Go, but you can also think of, for example, if you are at somewhere on a holiday and you have a church or something, and then you can have a virtual game to actually tell you more interesting facts about it by using a game. So add more value to it. And I think that was very interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, and we will add the poster so you can better read it than during this video.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.